Capricorn, welcome to your general reading. My name's Clive. You're watching Emery's Tarot. Okay. I would like to thank everybody watching this video, new viewers, new subscribers. Okay, if you stick around, you'll get used to my no-nonsense tarot reading. All right. So without further ado, let's get some messages for you. Please take the bits that resonate, leave the rest. Okay, please do not try to make it fit. This will just lead you to wrong conclusions. Okay, here we go. Capricorn. Temperance card. Sagittarius. The Tower. Things are changing pretty fast. Ten of Wands. Focus. Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favour. There's a lot of changes concerning somebody. Okay, a particular relationship. You're resolving matters very nicely. King of Wands. Yeah, fire energy. Death card. A lot of transition. Death under the Tower. This is a biggie. Okay. But it's one which you will learn, okay, an awful lot from. Scorpio energy. You also have Ten of Pentacles, a change in circumstances. Yeah, there's a judgment call here. And Magician, manifesting some new stuff. Okay, changing a lot of elements in your lifestyle. But most of all, where there's been a lot of conflict, I'm kind of getting because this person, okay, perhaps Sagittarius, not necessarily, but fire energy. But whoever it is you're dealing with, they've kind of, you feel they've not been wholeheartedly with you. There's been kind of like one foot in, one foot out. But the most important thing is you're kind of taking control a little bit, whereas they had control in the past. This person was resolute. I'm kind of getting they didn't make many compromises, but compromises were needed. Okay, in this particular relationship with you, I'm kind of getting they were sort of had other things on their mind. Okay, perhaps they were married or in another relationship or had a child, but there was a lack of balance. Okay, I'm getting that you tried to maintain balance with this person, but you know it came to a lot of conflict. I'm kind of getting this person wasn't prepared to give up their situation. Okay, and it led to this Tower moment, Death card. It led to, you know, perhaps a very, very big part in the way. It's a very, very painful part in the way. But what I'm getting most of all now with these two cards is recovery, different perspective, different way of thinking. This is kind of irrevocable change. Is things will never ever be the same again. You couldn't step back into the past, even if you wanted to. And if it didn't work the first time, why on earth, you know, would you want to go back and repeat the experience that's something that didn't work in the first place? These changes needed to take place. But with these two tens here as well, it's, you know, it's a judgment call. You're changing not only one area of your life, but also for a lot of you, your career. Okay. Now this is you feel you've been kind of pressured and forced into this, but, you know, the universe was saying, well, you know, you needed this, and it is like a huge wake-up call. Okay. Things, although they perhaps don't feel like it, are turning in your favour. Okay. Destiny is calling. I'm kind of getting that you feel that you put enough time and energy into something that you realised isn't working. And perhaps you broke this off. They resisted, you broke it off. You want stability. You're used to stability. This is you. You're very well family connected. Okay. I'm kind of getting that, you know, this person was testing you, but the strength of power, you know, communication is very, very important. You know what you've got to say. Perhaps you've got a few things to say to this person, whoever they are. Okay. Now, this could be in work, could be in a personal relationship, whatever, but you've got a few things to say to this person. And it's kind of like, it's not an ultimatum, but I'm kind of getting that a lot of you are saying, basically, if things don't change, you're off in another direction. Okay. There was some unrealistic expectations in this. I'm kind of getting this is why this tower came in. All right. But most of all, you're taking a much more calm resolve towards this situation. Okay. Now, whenever this Tower and Death card happened, and it could have happened, last week, last month, a year ago, but I'm kind of getting a reconnecting after time spent apart, and you both had your relevant spaces to think about exactly what it is you want. Okay. Now there's focus. What I'm getting with this is if this situation is left alone naturally and not forced, not controlled, okay, it will resolve itself. You're certainly going to come out of this very, very strong. You're no longer, even in work, whatever, you're going to work within the parameters that you can, but you're going to make the best of it. But you're no longer going to be dictated to in any area of your life, because you're changing a lot of elements in your life. It's not that you don't care, it's that you no longer fear. And there's a big, big difference. I'm kind of getting in the past you feared loss. Okay. Whether this is with a relationship, a marriage, whatever, you kind of resolved yourself to fate. It's not that you rely on fate to solve all your problems. You are still managing your situation quite well. Okay. But you're having your say. There's a lot of trust issues between you and a certain person. Okay. But there was a lot of changing of the mind. Keep getting drawn back. Okay. But this time I'm kind of getting that there was a parting of the ways here with a certain situation person. Okay. You've had time in your relative spaces. I'm kind of getting this person could well try and come back in. But what I'm getting most of all is you having a truthful, honest conversation. Now, this could even involve talking to a professional for advice. Okay. But either way, you are very cold towards a person. You're willing to talk to them, to discuss things. Okay, to placate the situation, but this conflict in the past. Okay, you feel you've had enough. You want to call a truce. You want to have an honest conversation with this person, I'm getting, and resolve the matter peacefully. But your strength and courage is grown, and you're very, very determined. And I'm kind of getting that you're very persistent now. I'm kind of getting in the past there was some unrealistic expectations. Perhaps you or the person you dealt with, okay, we're kidding yourself, everything was all right, whether this is in a marriage or a working relationship or whatever, you were kidding yourself, everything was all right, but it didn't turn out that way, and now there's a lot of the truth coming out. Okay, I'm kind of getting that you just want some peace, privacy to work things out. You're not being persuaded. In the past you were easily persuaded by other people's thoughts. okay, conversations. I'm kind of getting you really easily led. But this time you're very determined. This situation that you're leaving behind, this person that you're leaving behind, or even people that you're leaving behind, okay, you know you're very resolute. It's a question of not listening to other people's opinions, listening to them, but not necessarily heeding them. I'm kind of getting here that there is somebody, will be somebody who tries to, convince you. There's somebody here who's very, very clingy. You want to let go. It's been too demanding, but you want to leave peacefully. This temperance energy, you've kind of been taking control of your own life. You know exactly what it is you want now, and going forward, I'm kind of getting you're going for it. You're not being dissuaded. Like I say, there's that judgment call. There's the 2 10s. Like I said, see, 2 10s there, X, X. Roman numerals. You've got the 2 X's at the top there. That judgment call, changing a lot of elements. Okay. And you do feel this is the right time to make the right decision. There is an ending here, with this Tower Death card, with all these changes taking place. The situation that you've been in you feel is no longer tenable. Okay. The only thing is, some of you perhaps will leave this under resentment. There is a bit of the blame game, but we all must take responsibility for our own decisions within any given scenario. We can't blame other people for their decision, for our decisions, and we can't blame them. They can't blame us for our decisions. That's the consequences of some of our actions. But what I'm getting here is, you are resolute, and despite the blame game or whatever that's going on, resentment, this is not a failed relationship. This relationship was meant to be in your life, but not necessarily forever. You have feel like you've been going around in circles. You do feel like you've spent enough time and energy, but what the universe is saying is you've been tested. Okay? You've grown. You have a vast amount of experience now, and you have certainly learnt a lot. Okay? So, although whatever your situation, okay, and there might be some very, very high tension, very, very high emotions, especially with these changes going on. It's a question of stepping out of your comfort zone. And it is easy to blame other people. It's easy to sometimes blame ourselves. Okay, the universe is saying here, I know this sounds a bit simplistic, and it's not easy for us humans, but from the universe's point of view, it's kind of saying it is what it is. It's run its course. Okay, the situation, however long it's lasted, you've learnt an awful lot from it, and you are very much stronger now, and you can dictate the way this goes. Thank you very much for watching.